Yo, YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Trev and I'm here with another video. I'm giving out gems today again, man. I'm giving out gems. Today what we're going to talk about is 4 reasons why you should work as a CNA and or PCT before going to nursing school. So for me, my personal beliefs, I feel like this is very, very important. I feel like it should be a requirement almost when it comes to nurses. Sometimes you can tell when nurses haven't worked as a CNA or PCT, it shows, and I feel like it's something that's very, very important. I know I mentioned in a previous video how I worked as a psych tech for 3 years before I started working as a nurse. So getting into that just a little bit, I was basically in the float pool for a psychiatric hospital. So they floated me every single night. I would be on like a schizophrenic floor, I'll be on the bipolar disorder floor, I'll be on substance abuse floor sometimes, I'll be on the eating disorders unit sometimes. So all these things that I'm about to tell you, these tips, I actually lived it and benefited from it. So I just want to give back the free game to you guys. Before I even get further into it, you guys feeling my man band? Tell me if you feeling it. That's what I go to work with. You know, all the girls, since the pandemic started, they got the little head ties and stuff with the buttons on it. So I rock it like this. Understand? It works, man. It works. I like it. I figure I'd throw the scrubs on today to show you how I actually look when I'm at work. You feel me? But yeah, let's get into it. The 4 reasons why you should work as a CNA and or PCT. All right. First reason is to get experience in nursing. This is key and everyone should want it. You understand what I'm saying? Like when you work as a CNA or PCT, you start, first things first, you start seeing the flow. You're working side by side with nurses. So you start understanding a little bit the flow of the job. You see that nurses get meds, you see how they react in codes, you see their bedside manner, and it can help you when you become a nurse because you've seen it already and you kind of got an understanding of it. Also, working as a PCT and you're working in the nursing field, you start to acquire some of the skills that you need for when you become a nurse. You understand what I'm saying? It's almost like getting a head start. Who doesn't want a head start? Like you learn how to do EKGs, you learn how to do vital signs, you learn how to kind of analyze vital signs as well. Like you know when a blood pressure is too high, you know when a heart rate is too high, you know what tempers a fever. So these are things that's already embedded in your head because you've been working as a tech or a CNA already. So, and also you get a comfortability, I should say. You get a comfortability, like you understand when you go into a patient's room how to get the patient identifiers. Like you're comfortable asking for the first and last name. You're comfortable asking for the date of birth. You know how to start a conversation with a patient without feeling forced. And this is something that's not taught in nursing school. You understand what I'm saying? Like you can get it a little bit during your clinicals, but you don't have that much time during clinicals to really grasp this. But if you're working as a CNA or PCT, you already got that down pat because you've been doing it already. So definitely the experience in nursing is very, very key. The second reason is for the fostering of relationships. This is self-explanatory, man. When you have relationships in a hospital, that makes the world so much easier for you in the future. Like if you're in good with a lot of nurses, with the nurse leader, with the director of nursing, possibly the nursing supervisors, these are people that can give you recommendations. You understand what I'm saying? And you're gonna need that. There's no school that doesn't want recommendations. And when you have good recommendations from people of influence in the nursing field, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be super good. You understand what I'm saying? And then what happens is, while you're fostering these relationships and it helps you get some recommendations and then it helps a lot of things down the way become easier, you'll see that when you get out of school, that it's gonna be a lot easier for you to get a job as well. Like if you're at an institution and they really liked you, they're gonna hire you when you get out of school. You could be on a unit, like you could be in a hospital that maybe they're not a teaching hospital and they don't want new grads in the ICU. But because they liked you so much, you worked as a tech on the ICU, you were great, they really liked you, you took initiative, you always did your job, they'll bend the rules for you. Like if they say that we only train new grads for 2 months, but you're in the ICU and they know it's gonna take you a little longer for you, they'll extend that orientation curriculum to 3 months. You understand what I'm saying? I can't tell you how important this is. Like, a lot of new grads will tell you that it was very difficult for them to find a job out of school. And that's very common because most jobs want experience, but you gotta work before you get the experience. Like for me, I was, like I told you, I was a psych tech. When I got out of school, and it's not to say this in a boastful manner, when I got out of school, a week after I passed my NCLEX, I had one job, but I didn't take that job. 2.5 weeks after that, I got this job that I'm working at now. So within 3 weeks, I had 2 job offers at 2 of the top hospitals here in New York City. And it's because I built the relationships, you know? Like, fortunately, I was lucky. I had a frat brother that helped me out. You understand? Shout out to the bros, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, a little shameless plug. But thankfully, I have bros, and I built relationships during my capstones where all I had to do was name drop somebody, and it helped me a lot. Not to say that I wasn't qualified, because obviously I was, but knowing people definitely helps. So, you know, getting in there, fostering good relationships, working hard, being likable is going to move mountains for you in the future. Third reason why you should work as a CNA or PCT before nursing school is for the tuition reimbursement. Listen, I don't know if you guys are rich, you could be rich, that's nice, must be nice, but for me, I ain't rich. You understand? Like, money is kind of tight at certain times. So for me, this is very, very important, and I utilize this to the fullest. You understand what I'm saying? So let me break this down a little bit. Certain institutions will pay for your coursework if you're trying to advance yourself in nursing, or if you're trying to go to school for medicine, whatever. But we're here on nursing, obviously. This is a nursing channel. So when I was working as a psych tech, I was working full time, and as you guys know, I mentioned it before, I'm a second degree nurse, so I did an accelerated BSN. So I was working already full time, and I was trying to take some of my prereqs while I was working. So I would take 1 or 2 classes every semester. And what happened was my hospital reimbursed me fully. Like, they gave me a certain amount. I believe it was $12,000 a year. Yeah, $12,000 a year they were giving me towards school. But I was taking my prerequisites at a local community college, and what I was paying per class was around, I think, $700 per class. So I was getting that fully taken care of. So I didn't have to come out of pocket for my classes. And this is very, very important if you don't have the means. You know, like, I was working full time, but, you know, I didn't have the most money in the world. So every dollar I could spend was important. So definitely getting your classes paid for is important. Like, who doesn't want their stuff paid for? Who wants to spend unnecessary money? So if you work at a hospital that's going to give you this tuition reimbursement, fully take advantage of it. Fully take advantage of it. And then it even helped me on, because when I went to school and I was working part-time during my accelerated BSN, I wasn't getting the full $12,000 anymore because they cut it in half. Well, a little more than half actually, because I was part-time now, but I was still getting $7,000 a year towards school working part-time. So during my the course of my accelerated BSN, I think everything cost me about $52,000, $54,000, somewhere in that range, and I got $14,000 covered. $14,000, I'll take that any day. I'll take that any day. Who wouldn't take that? You understand? It was tough working. A lot of people will tell you don't work while you're in an accelerated BSN program, but that $14,000, I needed it. I used to work at night, then go to class in the morning. Like, I was hustling, but it was worth it. That's $14,000 in loans that I don't need to take. That's $14,000 in loans that's not compounding interest. So the tuition reimbursement in itself is a reason why you should just work as a CNA or PCT before you go to nursing school. Now the fourth reason is for the money. Duh. Like, who's not gonna work for the money? If you're not making money, you're a dummy. You understand? So here in New York City, I'm not sure how it is in other states, you can make anywhere from $19 to like $25 an hour. I'm rich, bitch! If you're a PCT, you're a tech. That's pretty solid money for somebody who's still working towards their goals, someone who's not at their final destination yet. And you're not gonna live the most luxurious life, yeah, but you're gonna be able to, like, you know, eat, have a little fun, still save some money. And when you're a PCT, the overtime is endless. Like I know when I was a PCT, I was making about, I think I was making like 22, 23 an hour. But I was always do over $60,000 a year because I would just work overtime all the time. Like I worked in psych, and they always needed bodies because there was always new one-to-ones, there was always new situations. So I would work 16-hour shifts all the time. I was hustling. But for me, I was living at home. My expenses weren't too high, so I was still able to, like, you know, buy nice clothes here and there. I was still able to go out, spend, not think too much about it. I was still able to save, vacation here and there. I had a solid car. So you could definitely make some money, and it's all building towards your future, because when you go to nursing school, you're gonna need some money in your pocket because you're not gonna be working as much. So the money is definitely good enough for you to set that solid foundation. So yeah, guys, these are my 4 reasons as to why you should work as a CNA or PCT. Hopefully this was of value for you and you could take it and then apply it to your own life. Please, if you haven't, like and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. I'm going to be posting videos once a week, so please like, subscribe, follow me on my journey. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications so once I drop that video, you get it. And I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Stay cool.